Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do two different looks using Natasha Denona's bronze palette. In my original video where I reviewed the palette, I talked about doing more looks eventually, so I'm glad I got a chance to sit down, film this to share with you guys. With the bronze palette, the tones found within the shades are going to lean towards red, orange, and a bit of brown. So the looks that you get will appear similar, but you can still make a distinction between them depending on how you group the shades together to create your look and the placement of the shades. So a little bit about how I came up with the two different looks here. On the right eye, you can see it's a bit softer. The look comes across a bit pink and more orangey, and that has to do with the fact that I stuck with shades on the other side of the palette from the red shades that I used on my left eye. I did use Bliss all over, which is where that red is coming through, and a bit of the pink is also coming through there because it is a duochrome, and when the shade moves, you can see the red and gold, and in certain angles it almost looks pink, but it does have a red undertone. And so I know some people have talked about, hey, these shades are very similar, but you can really change up the look that you get depending on your placement of it and obviously how intense you apply that shade. So the overall theme will still be orangey, red, and brown, but you can change things up just depending on placement as well, and I wanted to point that out. And on my left eye, I stuck with colors right around here. The red, brown, deeper, richer shades. I didn't even use any kind of black eyeliner on this eye here. And you can see while I did the opposite, I used both a gel liner for the upper lash line to make it look more full, and also a liquid liner for a dramatic wing. It turns out the eye without any black liner looks more dramatic. And I just wanted to show that depending on how you put your product and how you place it, you can get really different results, which is what makes makeup really fun, in my opinion. So let's head on to the tutorials. I will put timestamps below if you want to see one eye's tutorial over the others, but just know I always do most of the look before I apply foundation, and after I apply foundation is when I touch up and finish up on the lower lash line. So there's going to be a few skips here and there. I'll see you guys after. Starting with Bliss, we're going to put that all over the lid. And then we're going to add Beach into the crease. And I'm actually going to use the smaller brush here because I want to form a shape. And I'm going to buff out that color using the Jumbo Blender, and this is of course from Sonia G's Sky Eye Set. And then I'm going to pack on some alloy to this inner lid here. Okay, I'm going to move on to the left eye, and then per usual, after we add foundation, concealer, set the face, then we'll come back to do kind of the bottom lash line. And the reason I do that is because applying shadows to the upper lid usually involves more product, and we play with different colors here. Any fallout that happens, and it depends on the brand, it depends on the palette, but any kind of fallout, it gives me a chance to clean it up. Some people would put powder, loose powder right underneath, so that they can just sweep it away. Others use that kind of like a little tape here that catches the fallout, but the most effective way for me that I like using is just applying the eyeshadows first, doing the cleanup, and then go in under the bottom lash line in a more concise manner. So we'll keep with that order. I'm gonna start on the left eye. On the left eye, we're actually gonna do a very red and coppery look. So we're sticking with colors in these two columns here, but for a little bit of interest and dimension, we're actually gonna put down Sundown onto the crease. we're applying suntan to the rest of the lid. And we're gonna buff out suntan and ridge, these two here, with the jumbo blender. We're applying Magma mixed in with a little bit of deep dive into the outer corners. And we're buffing that out. And we're adding high degree to the center of the lid, and we're being very generous with that color. And then with my pinky, I'm going to put this into True Copper. So you've got kind of an effect when you blink. We'll do some cleanup and then we'll come back for the rest. With the right eye, we're gonna go back into Beach and we're gonna add that to the lower lash line pretty generously. And I'm using a crease brush here because I want the color to not just be right on the lash line, but even further down than that, and just really smoke it out. And then we're gonna go in with a black pencil liner. And then a liquid liner. Taking Magma here, and we're going to use it as a upper lash line liner. Going to tight line with Magma on the lower lash line as well. And then with a brown mechanical pencil, we're applying that to the upper lash line as a liner. Going back in once again with Ridge, just really lightly tap off a lot of the excess because I want to add this, or I want to bring this color out further to the bridge of my nose. I'm going to add gleaming to the inner corners of this eye. And then we're going to add True Bronze onto the right eye. And then as highlighter, we're actually going to stick with the bronze cheek palette here, and we're using Super Glow Nude as our highlighter. So let's get some of that onto the nose and the forehead, chin, and the Cupid's bow. This is the finished look. Let me know below what you think of these looks and if there are looks that you might try on your own as well. The Natasha Denona Bronze Palette is such a home run hit for the summer. The colors are so flattering. It's flattering on different skin tones. All the looks I've created, I've really enjoyed. And at this point, I'm thinking it might even threaten the Lila palette's #1 position for me. Maybe, just maybe. If you would like me to create more looks using this palette, I'd be happy to do so. Also leave a comment. And if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. I will see you guys next time. Take care.